Where I'm standing, it's not just the place where Jesus was 2,000 years ago. Michael, so many people come here and they want to walk in the footsteps of Jesus, and they want to walk down the road with all the different steps to the cross.
Via Dolorosa.
Via Dolorosa. And that's awesome. But to me, what I'm most thrilled about is the fact that God's presence is still here.
Yes, it is.
In a way that is like no other place on the planet.
Jerusalem's a very special place. When I come back, my wife even tells me I have a different kind of a glow to my face.
True, yeah.
It's like the sun is even different here. And it is really special to be able to see where Yeshua walked.
Yeah.
I'm always a student, so I love learning about all these things.
Yeah.
For me, it's very romantic because it's the scriptures coming to life.
Yeah.
And it feels very special and personal here with the Lord.
For those that might not know Michael's been with me with Discovering the Jewish Jesus from the very beginning. He's our chief operating officer. He oversees all our employees, and he's just been with me like Jonathan and David. Is closer than a brother. We've experienced so many things together. One of the things that we experienced that was kind of interesting on this trip, Michael, is when you were on the streets, just talking to people about the holy season and just wanting to get the perspective of the native Israelis here about Rosh Hashanah and other things. And you encountered something that maybe you weren't expecting.
We were out in the street interviewing people about, at the time, the Feast of Trumpets, Rosh Hashanah. We were just asking people, how do you celebrate Rosh Hashanah in the land? What are special things you do? Do you do things with your family? Are you expecting anything from God during this season? I noticed this man was staring at me intently, and it turned out to be an anti-missionary. And as you know, anti-missionary are Jewish people that don't like people that follow Jesus or Christians to come and talk to other Israelis about Jesus. So their whole mission is just to get you off the street, stop talking to people, go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Later that night, he followed us. The next day we saw him again. And then the day after that. And so every time he was like watching for us on the streets whenever we were walking in the area. So it was tough.
It really was tough. I had to really hold myself back. I've got that wrestling background. So this guy was so in my space. I literally had to hold myself back from taking a hold of him, putting some moves on him. And you know where that would have gone. So thankfully, God gave me the discipline to disengage there. But I wanted to share one more thing with our viewers today before we close. And that is, Michael, the early days going back close to 20 years ago when you and I started, we would bring groups here. So Discovering the Jewish Jesus, we used to bring like bus tour groups to Israel. But that became really difficult too because, we didn't know most of them. And sometimes, there was great connection, but sometimes people came with us and they were completely on a different page. You remember some of those challenges?
I definitely do. That was very challenging. We had the tour group, we're supposed to go to one location to see a biblical site. And I remember one man ended up down some streets that he shouldn't have been. And he ended up having some serious problems down there we had to help him get out of.
He wandered away from the group because he wasn't interested in seeing the site, as you were saying. And he ended up getting into an area where I think he was really taken advantage of financially.
Financially, that's right.
And we had to kind of rescue the guy from the whole situation because when he had found out that he was taken advantage of, it turned into a big collision, and it was a
cultural war, no doubt about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll take a group to down here again, Discovering the Jewish Jesus. Maybe we'll take another tour. It's been so many years since I've done it, since I had so many negative experiences like the one Michael just described. I don't know what else to say. I love you guys. We just wanted to bring this to you from Jerusalem. Until next time, God's richest blessing be upon you, beloved one, as you put Him first in your life as He gives you the grace to do so. You don't have to be perfect. You're on the journey towards perfection. But when you have a big yes in your heart and you're striving every day to grow in God's grace and grow in your love for Him, you're going to be blessed and blessed over and over again.
Amen.
Shalom from Yerushalayim.